Hey, so something that I want to mention is that you should really look at your credit report, right? So all of this information that I have here is stuff that I can get off my credit report, right? And so I have all those in white in the starting and current balance or columns. Those are old debts that have been paid off like in years past, right? And those in the red are more newer, probably all within the last, I would say, 4 years. Within the last 4 years, those are things that I have paid off, but the ones in white have been paid off like years ago. So in the last column where it says dropped off, that means it's dropped off my credit report. So those that have a Y means yes, they have come off my credit report. Now, down at the bottom where it says Vivint, I don't know why that's come off my credit report. Um, I don't think I've ever claimed the debt. So it was on my credit report. It'll like show up and then it'll come off. It'll show up and then it'll come off. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm not going to worry about it. Those that are in A were never on my credit report. So some of them I'm still currently paying on, so they were never on my credit report, right? So we have like some of the medical bills, my PayPal credit card was never on my credit report, a T-Mobile bill, because a lot of these they did not go to collections. So yeah, they didn't go to collections, or it was not that they didn't go to collections, but they were never reported on my credit report because, well, I guess when it does go to collections, it ends up on your credit report. But some of these that did end up on my credit report is stuff that's going to be on there anyway. Like when you open a new credit card, that's going on your credit report. When you open a personal loan, that's going on your credit report. So I went on there to see past debts that I have already paid off to see when they're going to drop off my credit report. And the only one I'm really concerned about is the net credit one. I paid that off in, I guess, well, since it's February 2020, 2036, I paid it off in February 2026. So things are supposed to fall off your credit report after 7 years. I'm concerned that that's 10 years. I'm going to have to probably dispute that somehow because why is it 10 years? That's not accurate. And then the Capital One card that says January 2029, that's in 3 years. Why did I think it was 2021? Y'all, I don't even know. But the rest of these look about accurate. They do. So my for car three, I paid that off in March of 2022. So I'm trying to figure out why is that not coming off my credit report for another 10 years. I'm going to have to do some research into that because that's a little suspect. It is. That's a little suspect that it's on there for 10 years. And that USAA credit card, that's 5604, again, 10 years. That's weird. That's really weird. I don't know, but this is why you should look at your credit report to see when things fall off. Now, the thing is, I don't too much look at a credit score because I'm not planning on purchasing a house or anything like that anytime soon, if ever. So I'm not too concerned about the credit score. But the thing is, I look at my credit report to make sure there's nothing on my credit report that should not be on there because that also will affect, you getting an apartment or if you need to get a new car, speaking for myself, but they run your credit report, but I'm not looking to buy anything as big as a house. So check your credit report and check it frequently because y'all know the scammers be scamming. Now, the ones that say IDK, that's because for the integrated nutrition, that's on my credit report. However, it does not have a drop off date. I don't know why. The one at the bottom, the Capital One card, I don't know because I just paid it off. So there's not yet a drop off date and I've just closed it, which that part has not been reported to the credit bureaus. I don't know when it will. The Upstart loan, that's because I'm currently paying that off. It's not behind. I haven't even made a payment on it yet because my first payment will be in July. And then my student loans, because I'm still paying on them, I don't know when the drop off date will be. I would have to wait until it's paid off. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But I like to look at this often to see where I have been and where I am now. To have started at $116,102, and now I'm at 27,600, and to have done it alone, right? Knowing that, yes, now looking back on it, the Most High was with me. But at that time, like, yo, I was working 7 days a week. I was working multiple jobs. And I mean, even I started my debt free journey before I even got pregnant with my son, maybe 5 years, 5 or so years before I got pregnant. Well, yeah, before I got pregnant with him, about 5 or so years. And I was doing it alone. Like, I have not had anybody help me, any physical person help me to pay these things that I have done this just working numerous jobs. And now that I'm only working one job, it's great. You know, it's really, really great. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see these numbers go down. I'm excited to see all zeros. That is what I am excited for.